Hi there, greetings. George Bruno, also known as the Sultan of Silver, here with you tonight. Gonna just have a little cigar talk, a little beards without borders. Tonight's gonna be a little bit of a cigar night, maybe a pipe night. Got this cigar. It's a Petit Bellicoso, a La Duena, made by the My Father's Cigar Company. Take a look at the band. La Duena. As far as size is concerned, I don't know what the ring size and length is. What is this? Maybe 5 inches, and maybe a 45 ring size. Ring size is how they measure the diameter of a cigar, length and ring size. I like this size, which is like a dime, an American dime, and I like stuff even as big as a quarter. So tonight we're gonna try out the La Duena for the first time, and the Woodford Reserve. And I finally emptied the bottle, so let me take a little sip. Here's to the bearded brothers and the sisters that appreciate bearded brothers. There's one for you, okay? Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Taste is incredible. I always have a glass of water alongside my shots. Just kind of cleanse the palate a little bit. Now, I'm using the phone screen as a monitor. The beard is, it's got a little bit of a curl. The S curl, my S curl is huge. I cut the hair of guys and trim the hair and beards of guys whose S curls are like this, all the way down. And all the way out, too. And then corkscrews. Well, mine just grows down. And I've got a, for me, my beard going out of control means it just gets fluffy. That's why I call my Fridays Fluffy Beard Friday. So I just like let it rip on Fridays. So my beard grows an S curl. It takes probably 5 to 6 inches for my beard to complete a full S. So I've got a 7-inch beard. This is going like that, okay? And it's starting to split, okay? It's going to be 2 more inches until it comes back around, and then I'm going to reach my goal. I want to talk about some myths tonight. The myths of beard stuff. A couple things. Let me light my stogie first. I don't have my cigar cutter with me, but I have my pipe tool. Remember this? It's called a Czech tool. Czech as in Czechoslovakia. I like tasting the cigar a little bit first before I light it. Quality, spongy, it's nice. It's not wrapped too tight. We'll see how the draw is. If a cigar is wrapped too tight, then it's too hard to suck the air in. I don't inhale, I just puff. So a lot of times I'll just do this for a little while before I light it up, just to enjoy it. Smell. Look, if you don't smoke cigars or pipes or whatever, more power to you. If you do, then you know what it's like to be relaxed. It's a hobby. I call it a thinking man's hobby. It's a relaxing hobby. This and this. Because this is going to be 30 minutes, maybe 20, I don't know. This pipe might be another 20 or 30 minutes. It all depends. Anyways, here we go. Let's talk about some beard stuff. In the beginning, everybody obsesses about their beard. Now, I'm approaching probably September 1st. It's now, here we are, July 3rd. And Is it the second or third? I'm losing time. My work week just flies. It's a blur. And then all of a sudden I have 3 days off. It's funny. So in about 2 months will be 1 year for me. I trimmed it about 6 times. It would be, I literally would have reached my goal by now, my third button goal, if I didn't obsessively trim over it. You know how I always talk about just put the damn clippers down. Step away from the sink. And no beard is going to get hurt. So, but I was obsessing for about the first, let's see, September, October, about the first 3 to 4 months, maybe 5 months, about a hair out of place. Like, this is driving me crazy today, right here. See that little curl right there? It's not so much on this side, but on this side here. And it's going in and then curling. In the past, this is what I would have done. I would have just gone into the bathroom and taken clippers and go zzz, and just buzz that sucker right off. And then tomorrow, I would look at my beard and say, oh my God, there's a chunk taken out of my beard. Your beard absorbs moisture, humidity. It's really a barometer. You know, if it's humid out, it's reflected in your beard. So don't obsess over the beard. The beard is beautiful. People come to me and they say, well, I wish I had a beard like yours. And they have like a sparse beard. You know what, man? Your beard is beautiful no matter how it is. If it's patchy, it just doesn't matter. It's beautiful. It's natural. What is more beautiful than natural? You know what's not beautiful? Is the kind of beard that you obsess over every day, that you're taking your razor and you're lining it up every single day and you got to make everything so damn perfect. You know what? And you're stressing out. You know, my beard comforts me. It doesn't, my beard compliments me. It doesn't complicate my life. My purpose for a beard is to, number one, I want to spend less time in front of the mirror than when I did when I was shaving or when I had a goatee. When I had a goatee, man, keeping that thing lined up was, I looked great. Looked great with a goatee. I just was getting tired of the maintenance on it. So, beard equals freedom. Beard is beautiful because it's relaxing. Honest to God, I could be sitting here and just watching the birds and the trees right now, smoking a cigar, rocking. I'm in a lawn chair that rocks. It's great. It's so comfortable. But I'll try not to rock because I know my head gets bigger, you know, every time I come forward. So I'll be careful because that can be very irritating. Like on camera movements can be really funky once you realize what they do when it comes to length and lighting and so forth. But I could be just sitting here and just kind of like stroking my beard, you know, puffing away on a cigar or a pipe or something, and it just relaxes me. And I'm not a high-strung guy. It's just that I want to use like nature to relax me. Like, I'm hearing birds, man. The cardinals are out like maniacs today, and I'm having a blast listening to them all day. There's a family of wild cats that comes around, and I really enjoy feeding them and hanging out with them and talking to them. They left. As soon as I came out of the sliding door, they all ran underneath the deck. I'm on my deck right now. All right, time to light this doggy up. Now, in order to improve the draw, I'm going to put the pick, hopefully dead center, through the cigar. Yep. Just to that. Now, this is me. I wouldn't recommend doing this. I have a pretty steady hand. A lot of guys try it and it ends up popping out of the side, and then you end up ruining the draw. That's perfect. Now you got to realize I use a straight razor up to like 8 to 10 times a day if I'm doing straight razor shaves on people. On every haircut, up to 15, 16, as many as 18 times a day on the back of a neck if I'm just doing haircuts. So I have a very steady hand. when I apply makeup to a woman, I mean, there's times where I'm resting my palm on a cheekbone as I'm creating a line. So I have like really good hand-to-eye coordination, steady as can be. The day that I lose my steadiness, I'll probably, God forbid, if I lose my steadiness, I will probably stop shaving people and just do haircuts, because I can do haircuts and style quite well. But as you can imagine, when it comes to a sharp object, you really need to have a steady hand. Tonight's lighter is Compliments of Bic, and it looks... Now this is weird. This is odd, isn't it? It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex riding what looks like a Vespa scooter in front of the moon. It's supposed to be like E.T. or something. I don't know. It's weird. But because it has a scooter on it, I liked it. Nice. Very mild. Very, very mild. Yeah. Very nice. And it's wrapped so nice. There's nothing cheap about it. At the cigar store that's at the mall where I work, during my lunch break, I went down. I had never been in this particular cigar store, although I know it had been there for, did he say 18 years? I can't believe it's been that long. And I said, what do you recommend? Like, wherever I go, when it comes to things that are things to be savored and enjoyed, I always ask a salesman. Like, I never want to be... I'm not into a pitch. I'm not into being sold. So I'll ask someone. I like experts. I don't like salespeople. But the best experts are salespeople. Okay? And the best salespeople are experts. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But I never want to be strung along. So I find out who is the most knowledgeable. So I talked to this one fella and I said, give me a recommendation. What do you recommend? What is your... something I've never tried before. Point me towards something. I'm an experienced cigar smoker. These are the things that I do like. This is what I don't like. Now that you have a little bit of data on me, point me towards something that you think I might like. And it was the La Duena. And I can see why. It's absolutely magnificent. I'm loving this. Loving this all the way. Perfect. Now, it's not a gnarly cigar. This is like a really high-end cigar. Good quality. I looked it up. La Duena. L-A-D-U-E-N-A. And it got all 4 and 5 stars. Great reviews. Which means that my breath and my beard aren't going to be as gnarly as if it was a cheaper cigar filled with chemicals and garbage, which I have learned to stay away from. This is as natural as can be. What's interesting about a beard, it's kind of funny. Remember how I tell you, you can pretty much wear any hat that you want when you have a beard. Let me move this just a little bit closer. You can wear any hat you want when you have a beard. You can smoke a cigar or a pipe. I mean, just, and you guys know this too. The look of a guy with a hat on and a beard And it sounds so shallow, but the reality is I could be sitting on a park bench in the city, smoking a cigar, beard groomed, handlebarred, and people are taking cell phone pictures of me, thinking like, quick, let's get a picture of that guy. I'm like, what? So I just, and I'm not posing for the camera. I'm just doing my thing, relaxing, looking at people walk by and animals and so forth, and looking at cars. I'm a big car fan. I love motorcycles. This is really, really nice. Really nice. Take a little sip. The other thing is this. This right here will last me like a pint of beer will last the average person. I never chug anything. I never slam anything. Swish it around a little bit. I want the vapor to come up through my nostrils. I want to taste the oak from the barrel. I want to taste all the little notes and nuances. This is... Oh, you know what? I just got like a caramel hit. Like a caramel, buttery. Interesting. This is bourbon. And I just got like a buttery caramel vibe. It just hit me. And that's why you take slow, tiny, tiny, tiny little sips. Seriously, this should last an hour if you really want to enjoy it. If you want to just like slam it, go for it. But I'd rather savor life. There's that butter again. That's the first time I ever noticed that. I don't know why I never, and that was the last bit out of that bottle of Woodford. Holy cow. That was wonderful. This is nice. I want to get a little bit bigger of an ash going. Nice. I'll flick that off at about an inch. Do not flick those ashes off. It ruins the quality of the smoke. Now, the smell of that, honestly, it reminds me of when I was a kid going out on the front stoop. You know what a stoop is? It's not like a big, there's porches and decks, and then there's a stoop. I grew up in a kind of house that had a stoop, just like 2 little steps, just enough for your butt to be on one and your feet to be like on the little sidewalk area. Nothing but maybe a 5 or 6 foot concrete slab. No more than maybe a foot, 12, 16 inches with another little step. That's a stoop. All right, so back to beards. Some of the obsessing. Relax about your grooming methods. Oil is to condition your beard. When I comb guys' beards, let's just say, let me just pretend that these glasses are a comb, okay? If a guy comes in, sits in my chair, wants a beard trim, the first thing I do is I assess the situation, and I take a comb, and with the narrow teeth, and I start combing. If a guy hasn't been using beard oil or doesn't take care of his beard, and I'm not saying he's dirty or neglecting anything, he just might not know how to care for the beard, that comb will go in about a ½ inch and stop. Okay? The guy who's been using beard oil, man, I comb that sucker like it's nothing, man. Just smooth and smooth, and that comb goes right through it. The minute that the beard stops, or the comb stops in the beard, I turn the comb around and use the wider teeth. If they can't go through it, then I pull out the big guns. You know, the beard comb that looks like that with, you know, like 4 teeth. Usually about 5 minutes into a beard trim, the guy will say something like, holy crap, it looks 1,000 times better. If he's with his girlfriend or wife, she's saying, oh my god, it looks better already. It's amazing what a little maintenance does. Less is more when it comes to trimming your beard. Remember that. The other thing is, when you're applying beard balm, well, let's go with beard oil. Start with beard oil. Less is better. In the beginning, when you're growing a beard, man, you're slathering that crap on. You could take a paper towel, put it on your face, and then look at how much oil is on the paper towel. You don't want to do that. You don't want to leave oil stains on anything. And the higher the quality of the beard oil, the less oil stains you're going to leave, because a higher quality oil is an ultra emollient, which means it absorbs quickly. Thicker oils, more viscous oils, they just stay greasy and oily. And, you know, if you're a smartphone user or you have an iPad, you'll notice you have fingerprints all over everything. Small beard, 4 or 5 drops. Honestly, if it's a pump bottle, you know, the little beard oil bottles with a little pump, 1 pump. If it's a big beard, 8 to 10 drops, 2 pumps. Get it all through. Put it in after you finish the shower. Lock in the moisture. Remember, hair is like cigars. It needs to be spongy. If this cigar cracked when I squeezed it, that means it wasn't humidified properly. Hair that is healthy has a moisture content of 70%. When you're in the shower, that percentage goes up to about 90. You want to lock that in there. That's what the beard oil does. Use a detangling brush when you get out of the shower. That helps spread the oil. And then do your boar's hair. Boar bristle brush. Get dressed. I have a thing that I do to my face. I clean it in the shower, and then I put moisturizer on when I'm in front of the mirror. I get dressed, come back, do a quick blow dry. Remember, blow dry and style are 2 different things. Then I put beard balm on. Now here's the deal with beard balm. You got a pinky, all right? Look at, there's your pinky. Half of my pinky nail, just half of it, is what I scrape up, that amount anyways. Half a pinky nail is all the beard balm you need. Oil is for conditioning, beard balm is for grooming. You put too much on it, then what's weird is, like, if you put too much beard balm on, and like you bump into something with your beard, you'll have a piece like sticking out here that's being held up by the beard balm. The idea of the beard balm is to keep your beard like this, groomed, down, smooth, whatever. Now, this is the opposite of Fluffy Beard Friday. This is my preferred thing, my preferred look on most days, just like what you see right here, right now. Sometimes I will comb the mustache into the beard, most of the time just handlebar it. There's a learning curve when it comes to beards. If you're patient, you're going to get the beard that you want. You're going to learn to love your beard no matter what the pattern is, no matter how dense your beard is. You'll learn to love it. So you put your beard oil on, you put your beard balm on. If you're going out somewhere, you put your mustache wax in. If you're going out and you want that mustache wax to stay up, you use a product like Can You Handlebar Secondary, or, God forbid, a hair product. Like, there's times where I'll use Got To Be spiking glue, and it's literally, it makes your mustache hard as a rock. It's almost like a fake plastic mustache that you're gluing onto your face, but man, it holds it up, and it's strong, and you don't have to mess with it all day long, and it will separate it. See how mine is separated? When I turn to the side, it's separated from my beard. I like that. It's a cool look. So the idea is to have a couple different looks. I can comb it into the beard, I can handlebar it. I'm not a twirler. I know a lot of the Santa Claus dudes do the twirling thing. I'm not. It's not my thing. I trim it, and I've struggled on and off with the length of the mustache because I like my mouth being visible, and I know I've been schooled by some people that I respect greatly, and you know them, who said if you let the mustache grow 8, 9, 10 months where it's down to here, this hair here becomes this long and will go to the side, and it's not as prickly. And my mistake was, if I'm dating and I kiss a woman, I don't want her to feel like she's kissing a bunch of pine needles or a pincushion. That can be pretty crazy as well. Shout out to Eric Banholtz with Beard Brand and his video on how to kiss. It made me laugh. Eric, you have been a source of humor for me, information, shorten the learning curve. You're a riot. God bless you, and God bless the entrepreneur, man. Go for it. If I could support you, let me know. I'm not going to be in the beard balm business, so I don't. I might sell beard oil on occasion, but I'm not in the, like I said, the beeswax melting business. That's not my thing. Fire this up more. People get all jammed up. What kind of combs to use? You should use a wooden comb. Don't use a plastic comb. Use a comb that's got the teeth sawed into it, like the Kent combs, or what's the other one? The horn combs, because they're actually keratin and they're good for the hair. And my answer to that is, what works for you? I'm not hung up on. You know what I'm hung up on? Just what works for you. If something works for you, that's beautiful. If your gig is coconut oil with a little bit of your favorite essential oil in it as a beard oil, go for it, man. If it works for you, that's great. I see all kinds of cool new exotic oils. I try every. You should see my bin. For you guys that have products, I probably have bought your product and tried everything. I love all your products. Like I said, the beautiful thing about capitalism, and for those who don't understand what capitalism is in society, if something is shit, if it doesn't work, it won't make it in the market, no one's going to buy it, and it doesn't support further manufacturing of that item. The beautiful thing about the capitalistic system is that if something works, people keep buying it. You know, the phrase, if it doesn't work, stop it. Insanity is just doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You don't want that. I only had one beard oil and one beard balm that I didn't like. And the reasons why, here we are, it's pre-Independence Day, so there's fireworks going off everywhere. That's what's going on. I'm hoping it's fireworks and firecrackers. I live far enough outside the city, so I'm hoping that's what it is. I had a beard oil that I didn't like. I felt like I was just putting cooking oil on my face. It was greasy. It was greasy, thick. It felt like vegetable oil. And then the beard balm was so soft. It melted so quickly. It was like Crisco. I didn't like it. Like cooking fat or something. I don't know. Maybe in cold weather that would work better. I don't know. In hot weather, I don't want to be dripping. I dress up every single day, suit and tie. And the last thing I want is huge oil stains on my nice shirts and suspenders and ties. What else? Buy great equipment. If you buy great trimmers, clippers for yourself, buy the best. You will buy. God, the crap that I bought in my lifetime is amazing. Early on. It's true that if you buy quality, you buy once. If you buy junk, you just keep buying it over and over and over until it breaks. Things are I'm not going to spend $100 or $120 on a beard trimmer, why not? It'll last you the rest of your life. But go ahead and buy a whole bunch of crappy $40 ones. Doesn't make any sense. Buy quality. Same thing with power tools, you know that, and hand tools. You just buy the best. I would rather have one good cigar than 10 crappy cigars. A lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, isn't there? A lot of... I turned off the news about 2 years ago. Stopped watching the news because I'm tired of people screaming at each other. Tired of raised voices. I like this. I want peace. I want quiet. I don't want the information in my head to be all scrambled up by people's crazy opinions and agendas. I could be sitting here, dare I say, with somebody of a different color and a different religion, right here in this chair, right here. And we could be sharing a cigar or a pipe, talking about beards, and you know what? Peace prevails. Didn't the Native Americans have things they called peace pipes? I gotta look into that. I gotta see what... I know peace pipe... I think they were smoking some kind of weed, too, which kind of mellowed them out, which, of course, will bring peace, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm looking for common denominators with people of the world. I know my audience... the biggest mistake for someone on YouTube is thinking that their audience is their neighborhood or just like in their city. Your audience is somebody living in a yurt, somebody in an igloo, somebody living in a treehouse, somebody living in a packed sand house, someone living in the mountains, people living in the desert, people living in high-rises, people living in country houses, cabins, swinging on a hammock, plowing fields, driving BMWs or horse and buggy. That's your audience. And my goal is to reach out to every single one of you, because what we all have in common, we might not have socioeconomic things in common. What we have in common is a beard. And if you enjoy this, great. Now the smell of this is magnificent. It was this big. Okay? It was out to here. And usually cigars taste different in thirds. The first third is different, then the second third, and then the very end it's different. They have different notes as it gets shorter and shorter. I told you the story of my grandfather used to take what was left of a cigar and put it in a pipe because he didn't want to waste it. It's funny. Now this is getting to the point where I want to take the band off, because I smoke it to about a little bit past